Hello, it's Nikki and welcome back to Friday Favourites. As always, I have an eclectic mix for you, something for everybody and some really good ones today. The first is something that I saw on Instagram, but if I'd seen it in my local store, I wouldn't have needed persuasion because what I saw in the box was everything that I needed. And it's this. I've just put it in this bowl for now. What? Here we go. This is Marks and Spencer's toffee apple cake. It's a sandwich cake with like a caramelly, appley. It's quite dense. It's quite sort of autumnal spice. It's got buttercream with some toffee sauce on the top. It's delicious. It's fantastic. In our house, we have a thing where every Saturday night we have a pudding that we all share. And it's kind of a build-up of the week of like, what are we going to do? Are we going to have... I mean, you know, Oscar and I, my son, floated the idea of custard. The other two weren't sure. So it was just, you know, it's always a conversation. That toffee apple cake, though... It's fantastic, and I hope they keep it throughout the seasons. They probably won't because it's quite autumnal, but it's amazing. It's so, so good. The second thing is quite difficult to show you, but let's see if I can. I'll do it in two parts. So this is the bowl, first and foremost. You can see my lovely little setup here. This is the bowl, and this, here we go, clanky clanky, is... my mixer. This is my Kenwood K mix. I'm going to put it down because it's so heavy. That is the only negative I would say about it. But the colours are amazing. This Kenwood mixer, when I bought it at the time, I really wanted one because they were sort of really coming into play. And I really hesitated because they were a lot of money and it felt like a lot of money to spend on one kitchen item in 2011. But my granny gave me a little chunk of money when she died. And I played around about thinking like what to do with it because, you know, I don't know about you, but like money can just be absorbed in bills or day-to-day, like I feel like money goes really fast. And so I wanted to buy something that was significant, and I'm so glad that I did. Even though at the time I was like, oh, this feels like a lot of money, it was the right thing to buy. Firstly, because I used to do so much baking and cooking with my granny, and she had one of those hatches as well that the food would go through. So I love playing, and I just really associate my time at her house with food and eating and kitchens and like dancing to the radio whilst we did the washing up, like all of these things. So the Kenwood mixer is in my life. And the second thing I want to say about it is it's such a staple in my kitchen. And I use it all the time with my kids. We do, you know, we have to provide cakes for the bake sale or whatever it might be. I make pizza dough in it. I make bread in it. It comes with 3 attachments. So as a kind of standard, I'll try and find, I don't know if they still do this colorway, but I'll find one that maybe I could link to. So it comes with a bread hook. It also comes with like this flat paddle, which is great for baking cakes or cookies or brownies or those sorts of things. And then it also has a big whisk, which is great for cream. You can use it for meringues, all sorts of things. And then over the years, I've added to it, and also I've been bought presents that connect with it. So I've got a really good juice presser that attaches to it. Again, it's one of those things that people are not getting fresh, amazing orange and pineapple or raspberry juice every single day, because quite frank, or apple juice, because I don't have the time, and also to put all the bits together it is exactly one of those contraptions where it has 14 bits or something to be able to make a juice. So that is not part of the situation. However, when I make this juice, it's amazing, and yeah, it's so good. I love it. I love it so much. And again, I just thought, oh, am I actually going to use this, or is this going to be another thing that sits in a cupboard or something? But actually I do. And all of these years later, 15 years later, it's still very much part of me and part of our lives. And I know that when my kids are older, they'll associate this with my kitchen, with our family home. My mum's got this orange kind of bowl that she makes cakes in, her mixing bowl, and still she has it now. And I love those things, that moment of it being part of your life, part of your history, part of your family. So if you're on the fence, or if you're looking for a Christmas present and you're like, I don't know if I would use it, actually once you have it, there are so many different things that you can use it for. Number 3, Mr. Loverman on iPlayer. I watched it over 3 or 4 days, and I was absolutely blown away. Not just with the topics, the story, the heartache, the challenge, the struggle, but the acting, the styling, the art direction. It was just incredible. And I love those TV shows that come along and you can't stop thinking about them. I hadn't read the book, but it's by Bernardine Evaristo, who wrote Girl, Woman, Other, and it's incredible. One brilliant thing that I particularly loved was the fact that there's lots of flashbacks to various moments in time, and they get the fashion right, and it's just so great. It's so great. Number 4, I have recently replaced this because I will get over it, but my son accidentally smashed my other one. And I know accidents happen and all the rest of it, but I loved it. And the one that I had been discontinued. And I just couldn't bear to buy another one that was not going to do the thing. Anyway, it had been discontinued and then they brought it back. So it's the Naked palette. It's now got like a suede feel from Urban Decay. It's got all of these colours in, all of these lovely brownie colours. You can mix. I've got quite a few of them on today. The pigment is incredible. You can do all sorts of kind of looks, from something very, very natural for day to day that just makes you look a bit more alive, or you can do full on smokiness. And I guess those are the 2 looks that I do. I'm not wearing blue eyeshadow or things like that. It's so useful. It sits in my makeup bag. Hopefully it will stay put. And yeah, I love it. I love Urban Decay eyeshadows. I also love their eyeliners as well. I think they're fantastic. And I am one of these people who, if I'm putting on an eyeshadow, I want to see where I've been. I don't want to just go, oh, just glide it on and you can't really see it. I want to be able to see it and blend it and crease it and basically be a part-time Keith Richards. Finally, this colour behind. So we've been in this house, it will be 3 years in March. So just over 2.5 years we've been. And I really had, I was going to say we had a big vision for this, but we didn't. I said it to Matt, and he loved it as well. I love this colour so much. It's a Farrow & Ball verdigris green, and it's so lovely. In here, it can either look really bright and springy and joyful, and equally it can also look, when it's a bit dark outside, because you can't see from this angle, but there's like triple windows here, it can just feel really warm and cocooning and relaxing and soulful, and yeah, it's really, really great. There are also lots of other lovely tones in here. We've got some dark wood, we've got an old kind of dark brown leather chair, which you can't see because it's got washing on. It goes with greys. I've got a couple of plant pots over here that are orange and pink, so it kind of picks out those dual colours. I just love it. And again, it felt like quite a bold move to it, and it's quite a big room as well, to do it all in this green. But it's so, so lovely. And when you come up the stairs and you just see this peak of green, it's fantastic. So yeah, so happy. Hope you've enjoyed those favorites. If you want more favorites, check out the others in the playlist, and I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.